Okay, I'm going to talk about why I'm critical of the new Ocean Ramsey documentary, but I'm also going to tag another creator that is speaking on this with way more authority than I am because she actually lives in Hawaii. So I'm going to tag her, go watch her videos, but this is what I think. One of my main critiques is that she markets herself as a researcher when there's no evidence that she's engaging in any ethical or scientific research. The reason this is dangerous is because saying you are a biologist adds credibility, which means that people will believe what you're saying is true, even though you have no evidence to back it up. That is like saying, oh, I'm a nurse, and then giving someone medical advice when you're not a nurse. It's dodgy. There's no evidence that she's published any peer-reviewed scientific research, and that is important. And there are a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, she's written books, she's done all of this media. Yeah, fine, that's all true, but you don't need any qualifications to do that. The reason it matters that she's not publishing peer-reviewed scientific research means that her research has never been peer-reviewed, which means it's never been reviewed by other scientists. And in that process, they check that the way you collected your data is ethical and also robust, and the way that you conducted your analysis in your study is scientific. And basically, if you are collecting all this data and not publishing it, to me that suggests you're not doing it ethically, which there is evidence of that, which I will come on to, or you are not doing it in a scientifically robust way, which basically means that we can't interpret it, which makes it not scientific. Coming on to the ethics, there is evidence that she chums the water, which is, I believe, is illegal in Hawaii. I'm not an expert on Hawaiian law, but I believe that is illegal. The reason it's problematic, even if not illegal, is we should not be feeding wild animals in the wild. This is just pretty much universally agreed on in the conservation world. We also shouldn't be physically interacting with wild animals. If someone was doing this with lions, can you imagine if someone was going out to Kruger National Park, baiting lions to go and cuddle them? It is the same thing. Feeding wild animals interferes not only with their natural behaviours, but also with the food chain as a whole. These are apex predators. We need them to apex predate. We need them to feed and hunt, because that keeps it's a top-down approach to an ecosystem. I can go through this in more detail if you want. If they are being fed, it means that they're not going to go hunt, and that can just cause trickle-down issues throughout the entire ecosystem. That is why apex predators are so important, and so interfering with the ecosystem in that way is really, really not good. Also, chumming boats, association between boats, humans, food, not good. Last thing I quickly want to touch on is the allegations that she is transphobic and supports Trump. Now, I largely want to keep my critique of her to her methods. I don't want to contribute to hate towards anyone ever. But I will say that you can't actively support Trump and be an environmentalist. Drill baby drill is all I'm going to say. So yeah, as I said, I'm not trying to hate on her as a person. I've never met her. I'm critiquing her methods and her approach. In my opinion, it's harmful and problematic. That's it.